So it's that time of year, holiday time. We've been away, some of us that have been very lucky. I've been to Australia again. And today I'm going to be talking about life, I guess, over 65 and what we see as being a good role, what we want to be, what we see ourselves as being, what we think we might be. When we were 30, the idea of retiring, even 40, the idea of retiring was never really on the agenda. Then suddenly you get to a certain age. I'm 65 and I'm kind of embracing it really. And I'm thinking about the next step in my life and what I'm going to do. Other people tend to see it differently. Not everybody, but some people, sorry, I'm generalizing there, will say, well, retirement, that's fantastic. A friend of mine said, it's going to be like one long holiday, Elaine. You can do whatever you want. You can walk, you can, go see friends, you can go to movies in the middle of the day. Actually, that does sound quite nice. You can do all these things. But to me, if you can do that every day of your life, is it a holiday? Of course it's not a holiday, because you can do it any day of the week. I don't like that idea. So for me, it's a totally different thing. My idea of being 65 isn't about saying, okay, yesterday I was 64, today I'm 65, I'm going to retire now. I'm going to stop everything that I do and I'm going to start sitting around knitting, reading my book. I think I've said all this before, but anyway. So for me, I wanted to get back into doing more presenting. I went on a course to up my presenting skills. I've done it for years, on and off, mainly in the radio, some TV, but I wanted to learn more about being in the studio with the earpiece and that kind of thing. So I did that presenting course, which is very, very good. But at the end of it, they said, great, fabulous, you can do this standing on your head. I said, okay, you're going to give me a job then? That was a slightly different matter, because I live in Dubai, and in Dubai I'm seen as the matriarch, which is very nice. It's a compliment. It's a compliment here. Mums are very important. In fact, I need to tell my kids that, how important mums really are. But what they did say to me on this course was YouTube. That is the way forward. Statistics do show that everybody's watching YouTube. TikTok, Facebook, all that kind of thing. Facebook's going out a bit, I think, now. But TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, that is where people are presenting. It's all online, isn't it? Everything's online. So I was encouraged to put things online and to do some presenting on YouTube, show what I could do, show some of my other stuff, show my show reel. So that's what I've been trying to do. And I am hoping that from this, I will get some more presenting work. I've got a few ideas of shows that I'd like to do. And, any kind of sponsors that want to come on board. This is an H&M dress, by the way. H&M dress that I'm wearing. I think it looks all right, actually. Just a bit shame about the skin behind it. Can you see the little brown bits? I used to sunbathe too much. I think I might have mentioned that one before. I went to Australia backpacking when I was 21. And in those days, you just sunbathed. You wanted to get brown, you wanted to get tanned. Of course, we don't now. And every doctor will say to me, you've been sunbathing too much. And, oh, no, it's genetic. My mother looks like this. Well, of course, she used to sunbathe with me, didn't she? Here I am, talking about presenting. That's why I'm doing this, but I also wanted to get across within this presenting zone bits and bobs about my life. I think other people can relate in lots of ways. So I'm 65. I don't want to retire per se. I want to carry on. I want to evolve. I want to do more of my presenting. I also do interior design, by the way. I've got an interior design diploma, so that's always very important to me. Design is very important to me. Colour's very important to me. On the other hand, though, I want to kind of up my career a bit, but I want to still be able to travel. I have a granddaughter and a son in Australia. I have a grandson and a daughter here in Dubai. So I kind of flip between the two when I can, but it's getting more expensive now. And that's going to become difficult. And I love being a grandparent, but I can't just totally define myself as a grandparent. I wonder if anyone else feels that way. It is absolutely wonderful. It's the best thing that ever happens to you. Very, very lucky, I think I am. My daughter often says to me, but you love Elliot more than me, don't you? You do definitely love him more than me. I wasn't allowed those things when I was a child. I wasn't allowed sweets every day. I was only allowed sweets on a Friday. He gets sweets every day. He gets Cocoa Pops for breakfast. I wasn't allowed Cocoa Pops for breakfast. I wasn't allowed ice lollies any day of the week. Not when you were mothering me, but now you're a grandparent. He can have anything he wants. It's true, he can. Because you know what? Now I'm older and I'm wiser and I can understand you're only a kid once. You've got to have fun, haven't you? Obviously, it can't be totally spoiled, but when he comes around here, there's a fridge full of stuff on one shelf. He pulls it all out and he knows the stuff for him in there. He goes to the shop next to the mosque and he chooses some sweets. They all love him in there. And when I go to Australia, similarly, my granddaughter isn't allowed anything plastic. You know, Barbie dolls are a no zone. Nothing plastic. Everything's wrapped in plastic, isn't it? Even the sweets wrapped in plastic. Oh, but she's not allowed sweets and she's not allowed ice cream. But it's not going to change. So having grandchildren is very special because you can see your own children in your grandchildren. It doesn't seem that long ago that I had a car seat in my car for my children. And now I've got a car seat in my car for the grandchildren. Car seat here and another in Australia, in 2 different countries even. Hunting is fun, but it kind of ruins the whole image a bit, doesn't it? It ruins the whole image of trying to be the young presenter, still got lots of pizzazz. But you know what? I think I've got to get away from that. In the UK, half the presenters are over 65 because half the population is over 65, and that's how it's going. But online, I think it's changing a bit, but I'm going to try and get that one out the window. I did one video, if you want to look on my channel, of my grandson Elliot with me with a Rubik's Cube, because I wanted to prove really that, you know, I'm not stupid. I can do a Rubik's Cube, you know. Well, watch it and you'll see what happens. My brother's 3 years older than me and he's already retired. He retired when he was 55. And he said to me, you know what, I've got 15 years at best, Elaine. I said, oh, golly, don't look at it like that. You just don't know. You just don't know how long you're going to live for. I said, don't look at it like that. Think more like, I've probably got a good 20 years left. But it does kind of hit you. Time does hit you and how things change. And I don't feel any different from when I was 20, which is what my mother says to me. I was 40 when I came to Dubai originally. I've been here 26 years. I don't feel that much different, but I guess I do get a bit more tired sometimes at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. If I'm at home, I actually fall asleep. Can you believe that? And I said to my husband, who you'll have heard a lot about now, John, or Wolfie, because we're Wolfenden, he often says to me, well, of course you fall asleep at 3 o'clock. You're 65, you're not 25. You know, he just puts his head down and he's busy snoring, as men do. I mean, they just do that, don't they, all the time. He woke me up this morning snoring. But I don't know, maybe it is that. Maybe that is why I'm sleeping at 3 in the afternoon. Maybe it's because sometimes I'm a bit bored because I just want to keep on moving. When I was in Australia, my husband wrote to me and he said, just can't believe what the world is coming to these days. This and this, mostly about being online and the internet. He hasn't seen any of these videos. He knows that I do them, but he hasn't actually wanted to watch any of them. I think he thinks it's a bit awful, really, that I should be doing something more my age. Yeah, it's a whole knitting thing, isn't it? Baking a pie and doing some knitting. He doesn't actually say that to me, but I think it's what he means. He thinks it's just not quite what I should be doing. But anyway, I'm going to do it anyway because I'm a woman and I can and I do what I want. I'm going to have to go now because I'm a little bit jet lagged and I need to go and make some dinner, and it's all going to be haywire today, and in the morning jet lag's not very nice. But I am very lucky to have been to Australia for my holidays. I go to Perth in Western Australia and it's just absolutely fabulous. There's so much outdoors, there are birds everywhere. They're very, very careful about their wildlife. You can't go into Australia with any dirt on your shoes. I remember I played golf here in Dubai, and I can remember putting my golf shoes in my bag, and then as you go in, you have to fill in a form that says, you know, have you got any soil on the bottom of your shoes? I'm thinking, oh, there's my golf shoes, if there's soil on it. But then if I tell them the soil in the bottom of my golf shoes, are they going to open my suitcase? And I think I put some old pants in the top of my suitcase and just screwed them up at the last minute. You know, it's like old knickers. Yeah, that's the other thing, suitcases, if they open your suitcase and check it out. I've had that done to me with the dogs in Australia. You automatically feel very guilty of those, as though you've done something wrong, and you haven't done anything wrong at all, but you do feel very guilty. I've had that done to me and I thought, is it worth it? Do I want my bag opening? Because I stuffed it with all sorts of stuff at the end. I got it all nicely in its little cubes, and then I just added a few bits. You know, I always put spare knickers in my handbag as well. Not dirty ones, but I put spare ones in my handbag, you know, just in case I might need to change them at some stage or another. Don't know why I would. I don't know why I would, but, you know, I have them in there.